This is the heartbreaking story of Curtis and Catherine Jones. These siblings were born only a year apart. Their father was a very abusive person. He abused their mother both physically and emotionally. Catherine was born prematurely because of the physical abuse that her mother had to endure while pregnant. When Catherine and Curtis were still toddlers, their mother escaped the abuse, leaving them behind with their abusive father. When they were left with their father, a male relative moved into their house. When Catherine was only 5 years of age, the male relative started abusing her sexually. She told her father about the abuse, but he chose not to believe her. The only person who believed her was Curtis because he was also getting abused by the same male relative. They both had to endure both physical and sexual abuse for years. CPS was called a couple of times, but the father kept on defending the male relative. The CPS agents discovered that the male relative had a history of abuse and was registered as a SA offender but didn't help the siblings. In 1999, Sonia, the 29-year-old girlfriend of their father, moved into their house. She witnessed all the abuse that the siblings experienced, but she turned a blind eye. She did nothing to help them. She allowed the abuse to continue. By the age of 13, Catherine couldn't take more abuse. She told her baby brother that she wanted to unalive everyone in the house. On January 6, 1999, Catherine took her father's gun and opened fire on their father's girlfriend, who was busy with puzzles on the kitchen table. Sonia tried to call the police after getting shot, but Catherine took the phone from her. They both panicked and called the police saying that an accident had happened. They fled the scene but got caught the following morning. They got charged with first-degree murder, making them the youngest children to be trialed as adults for first-degree murder in USA. They both tried to protect each other by trying to take the blame. Catherine even refused to testify against her brother for a plea deal.
Nobody understands what you go through in here but somebody else that's in here, and I think that's the worst thing they can do to me right now.
They were both sentenced to 18 years in an adult prison. They will be on probation for the rest of their lives after getting released from jail. In 2016, Catherine got released at the age of 30. Curtis got released the following year in 2017 at the age of 30. Catherine said that being in prison was way better than being in her dad's house. The abuse was unbearable.
At one point I was just so happy to be away, and I know that sounds really, really messed up, but there was just some point where I was just away from all that and I was by myself and I was safe.
They were both failed by their mother for abandoning them and CPS for not doing anything to help them. They both found a way to build a better life for themselves. Catherine is now married and have kids.